Hello, hello. Welcome back again to AemikArt for another Draw With Me live session. This is your first time in the channel, consider subscribing if you want to see some cool artwork, because I make cool art. So obviously you can see I still have a lot of work to do with the Gorillaz characters, but Mordok is done, as you can see. Today we're going to be focused on 2D. I think I already selected most of his colors. I was lacking some, so I'll probably be using like color pencils to compensate for the color markers that I don't have, because I am using the 36 set colors, so I'm gonna get a much larger set next time. But for now, I'm just gonna work with what I have in the 36 set of Copic markers. But yeah, we're just gonna dive right in. Try not to think too much. I'm gonna try and finish 2D today in this live stream. I don't know if it's possible. We're just gonna do our best. See how far we can go. Well, anyway, just in case this is some of you's first time, I'm doing the live drawing sessions like the 3rd episode, and the goal is to pretty much replicate what you see here in this reference photo. Sketches have been done, Mordok is done. Today it's all about this guy right here, 2D. I'm gonna have fun with him. I'm trying to do something different, but for now we're gonna follow the reference photo as we see it. But yeah, let's do this, man. Like I said, I already selected most of my colors. For this 2D sketch, I'm going to be working with most of the blue colors, especially for the shirt. Yeah, always I like starting with the lighter colors, because when I start with the lighter colors, it gives me options. Instead of me, imagine if you started with a dark color, right? And now you put the darker with the light. It's always hard for you to turn a dark color light, unless you're going crazy with your highlighters, right? But it's hard turning dark to light. It's easier turning light to dark. So I start with the light ones. If I need to, create some kind of value or shades in that drawing, I'll just pretty much double the layer or use a darker color, which is why I pretty much have like my lightest blue, my medium, and a super dark blue. Yeah. So starting with the B12. Just have to make sure I get the B12. Here you are. Put this aside. I want to work very close with the reference photo. I always have the reference photo like literally by my side and mentally just trace everything. Yeah, I do trace mentally. It's better than nothing, right? It is better than nothing. Just checking this guy out. Make sure we're live. Yeah, we're live. Let me just guess the music is up. All right. Let's do this. Starting with a lighter color first. Shit. We can zoom this a little bit. See what I'm working on. So I see we have some white in there for the shirt. Trying to do my best to avoid it. The stars are red. My hands are a little shaky. I don't know why. This should be the easy part for real. The hard part when it comes to drawings like this is usually the sketch. I always feel like if you're able to nail your sketch the right way, then everything else is just, you know, straightforward. Here. Just try something. Like I always say, I'm still figuring out the best way to use Copic markers, because there's one thing that I don't like, so I'm still trying to improve my technique on how I color. So if you're paying attention to what I'm doing right now, you'll notice how the shades are not uniform. Like there's always some bleeding in there, and I feel like it's because I'm slow when coloring, or I'm maybe going too deep and I'm not just doing it like this. I feel like if I did it like this, I'll be able to get the colors more uniform. So it's just when you go at it like that, you tend to make more mistakes. So you have to be really accurate when you do it like this. But if you're very slow, you notice some part will be darker. You've seen some lines around the colors. So, but I feel like the more you use Copic markers and the more you try different techniques, the more you get better using it. Like I almost judge my technique for using Copic markers through the finished work. So it's from the finished work that I'm able to say, okay, yeah, I did all right. Like if you look at Modoc, right, you can see how smooth the coloring are. But when I was doing it, it wasn't so smooth. So I'm like, maybe that is normal, and they all finally blend out at the end of the drawing, or let's say you double the layers, you know. So like that's when you tend to see a much more uniform color. Yeah, man. So I'm starting with the shirt. I feel like the shirt is a lot easier. And just get that out of the way. But I'm paying attention to the white stripes in the shirt because he has like an American flag color shirt, right? So there's some white stripes that I want to avoid. That way I don't have to try and make the blue white, you know. It'll just be much more easier to just leave those sections white rather than looking for a white color to create my white, you know. There's a similar strategy on why I start with the lighter colors, because it's easier to make a light color dark and it's a lot harder to make a dark color light, you know, unless you unless you have no choice and you just want to go aggressive. Like if I really wanted to make a white a dark side light, I'll use the gel pen, just go over it, you know. That's like a way of fixing your art. I messed up again. Well, I have to do another sketching right here because I noticed I didn't sketch out the white lines for the hand. So I'm gonna do a quick sketch. I always want to be done with this before I color. See, it's these little details, right? This is where I actually struggle with. So when people ask me, hey, can I get any tips? Well, it's one tip that I have, right? If you can take your time and get these little details in your drawing accurate, then the rest part of the artwork will be a lot easier. So I really struggle just to make sure this little details are accurate. I feel like this is what separates you from other artists. So if you can do this, you can call yourself an artist. You can like, yeah, I do know how to draw. A lot of people think that I don't know how to draw with grid lines, but the truth is, I actually started drawing without grid lines. Like I was drawing for a very, very long time without grid lines. And I'm not gonna lie, I do advise a lot of people to use grid lines. It's almost like I'm not giving them the best way, giving them advice, you know, to learn the best way. In reality, when you use grid lines to draw, that's it. You can't draw without grid lines. You're stuck with using grid lines. But if you start drawing without grid lines, that makes you a much, much better artist than when you just draw grid lines only. So for someone like me, I can get away with it because I spent a lot of my years drawing without grid lines. That's how I really know how to draw. I learned how to draw without grid lines. My goal when I drew was, how do I make my drawing as accurate as possible to the reference photo? Like, I spent hours trying to perfect my drawings that it looks so much like the reference photo. And the more I did that, the more I just got better with drawing. So the only annoying thing is it will mentally scar me. It will mentally scar me. So I take a lot of time, I erase a lot, but eventually I finish the drawing and I'm amazed. And that's really why I love drawing so much. The high you get when you complete a drawing. And when you look at that drawing, like, wow, I did that. You know, that's the high you get. I do get that every time I finish a drawing. Like when I even finished this model piece the other week, right? The other day, I felt it. I felt the high. It's just, it never goes away. So when people say drawing is therapeutic, it is. It helps a lot because it helps me. So because of that, you know, you just enjoy, you know, making artworks, making cool artworks. So yeah, I did draw a lot without grid lines. Made me a better artist. I had struggles, but I was always figuring out the struggles by eyeballing my drawings. And most of the time, when I finished my drawing, trying to draw from a reference photo without grid lines, my drawings were like 90 to 95% accurate. Matter of fact, no, it was more than 90, at least 95% accurate. Like you only notice the inaccuracy when you look very, very, very close into the drawing. But most times it was 95 to 90, yeah, about 95% accurate. But obviously, when I discovered grid lines, that was the game changer, because I was like, grid lines solves all my problems. Because one of the issues that I had was because it took me a lot to create a really cool artwork that I'll be proud of without grid lines. So that was always making me not draw a lot. And it was also making me take so much time when I draw. But as soon as I discovered grid lines, I was able to finish my drawings faster. And the drawings were really accurate. I was like, wow, why go back, right? Then I started seeing grid line as a tool rather than it being, oh, you can't draw without grid line. No, I just saw it as a way. I saw it like a ruler. It's just like using a ruler instead of, you know, doing ruling with a free hand. So when I started looking at grid lines that way, I just always used it. Okay. I think we're done with the sketch. Now we can continue coloring. Just see how smooth this coloring is. I'm super slow, but I just can't help myself. I'd rather be slow and create a masterpiece than be fast and create an okay drawing. You just can't rush the process. You just have to take your time. Some people are really fast when it comes to artwork, creating artwork. Like I've seen a lot of artists that can draw so fast. Like I don't know how. I mean, it's a talent they have. They've probably been doing that for a long time, so it's like a normal thing to them. And sometimes I do envy them. I'm like, oh man, I wish I could draw as fast as you guys. But not every artist is the same. Everyone have their strengths and weaknesses. So it's one of my weaknesses as an artist, but I don't even see it as a weakness because as long as I can create cool artwork like you, I don't have a weakness. You know, you might be faster than me, but I can make what you make. Get it? So. I'm just trying to get all the blues in there and know that whatever white is left is actually supposed to be white. And obviously the next one will be, next color going in there would be the darker ones, the darker blues. See, this the white stops there. So underneath is this blue. Okay. Oh, this edge is kind of blue. Are we done? Well, you all know that 2D has a blue hair. Let me just get that in there while I'm at it. Alrighty. Now to focus on the darker side. Just to add the shades. All right, now we're moving up another number. Let's add another. Let's add another blue color. Hey, Brooklyn D. Yeah, thank you. All right. We are moving up to B14. Where are you? Nope. Huh. Not B18. I had B16. Did I even add that? No, I didn't. I actually didn't add. I didn't add this guy in. Oh, let's add this guy in. Let's add B. Just need to know. Oh, this one looks. This is B19. Oh, this is B16. Yeah. So B16. Right now, I need B. Is that 14 or 19? Huh. That might be B19. B18. How did I? Yeah, same B19. Okay. I'm gonna go darker. See, this is a lot darker. This, I don't know, this particular shirt that 2D's wearing, it reminds me a lot about the Demon Days. Almost like the Demon Days gorilla drawing I did a couple years back. Let me use this other side. Like I gain more control when I use this side. Yeah, I definitely gain more control when I use this part of the color marker. So now I'm just trying to get that shade in. Okay, it's looking okay. All right, I want to do something. I'll use the darker one for this. I want to use this dark blue to work the edges of the drawing, the lines of the drawing, just so I can get a detailed look. Stuff like this. Just gonna use the dark blue to work it. Use the dark blue here. So let's use the dark blue here. Here. This part is tricky. Usually like this. Then there's like lighter blue in there. So you also have some white in there. Just trying to get this dark side correct. So it's kind of like this guy. I totally forgot about a hand. Let's see, maybe I can get the like this. Okay. Let's do a quick sketch. Let's just get this part done. Let's get the lighter colors in there. We're done. Probably unless I use something else to get the shades in here. I'm just gonna use a black liner pen for this one. Alright, we're done with the blues. Let us start with the pants. What is that? Is that beige or brown? Do I have that? Do I have brown, dark brown, gray, dark gray, cool gray, warm gray, a lot of grays, and cool gray, all grays. Are you gray? Not a gray. All grays, bro. All right, we're gonna have to do some testing to get the right color for this. Let's see. I'm gonna brown the testing sheet. Well, it's kind of like the back end. What do we have here? This guy. Warm gray. Let's see if this warm gray is good enough. Oh, it's so faded. This is actually the color that I want. I think I had to find like a... Probably find a color pencil like this. Compensate for this guy. This guy's out. This is the closest guy. Another warm gray. I don't know why these grays are out. I feel like I use the gray colors a lot. W4, W1, looking all weak and tired. What about W7? What do you have for me, bro? W7 works, but it's too freaking dark. Let's see. W1. It's W4. All right. It's too dark. What color are you? It looks cool gray. Cool gray. C1. Do I need C1? I don't need cool gray. This might be one of those times where I actually try a different color. I would cringe to that. But I'll see what I can do. Hold on. Hell no. Too dark. B18 though. B18. All right, let us do let's do E11. That'll be the skin color. Work on the skin. Figure out the rest later on. Where are you, bro? Okay. 2D. like how this color is just blending with ease, not even stressing me. It's literally not stressing me. Nice. Let's add some more layers. This side. Some more shades. Okay. Nice. We're making progress, guys. We are making progress. All right. I think we need to really dive into this gray part. So I'm gonna try and use what I have just to at least get the base layer down. That way when I start using the color pencil, I have something to work with. So I'm gonna start with the W4 and the W1. They're both struggling, but I'm gonna make them work. W4, need you to function. I guess when I do it like this, it would work. Looks like it. I need a refill. I just need to get a refill. And also get the 72 set, because this is the 36. Yeah. Oops, I felt something. I guess it's working. All right, let's try it. Let us try it. Something. Alright, it's working. Okay, need to make it true. I mean, it is a start. At least I know the whole khaki pants is like one uniform color, so it's just all about getting the color everywhere. Then I can work my way on deciding where it gets the shade, where it gets the highlight. But I know we just need to get this color everywhere in the pants. This kind of situation, I cannot just rush the color and I have to take my time. That way it doesn't dry up on me so easily. Looks like it's going well. So everywhere in the pants, are gonna be the same color. Okay. And like I said, the shoes are also the same colors. Just somewhat darker, but so I'm gonna start with a light one just to at least get the layers in there. And the way things are going, I might not even need the color pencils. Because the color pencil is supposed to compensate for this color being so washed out. Alright, so it's going well so far. Probably might also use it with the hat because it is a different kind of brown though, but I would use it, you know, just to at least get the base layer as well. I don't have to go super identical with the reference photo. If I can mix it up, I will. I mean, I do always like being 100% accurate with the reference photo, but if I can't, I'll still make it work regardless. I don't have to. Quick sketching here. Let's see this. Forgot the ear. Alrighty. Now, let us try out another layer. It is dead. We're gonna do the same. At least get some color in there. You know what? I'm supposed to add another layer to this pen because this pen is looking too bright. Let's add one more layer using this just to at least get it more uniform. Like I said, we're gonna do our best to finish the 2D section today. And it will make sense, right? If I could do it like one episode for one of the characters, that would be nice because I literally used 2 episodes for Modoc. I want to try and do it 1 episode for one Gorillaz character and just go like that. And when I'm done with all the Gorillaz character, we're still gonna pick more, more ways to draw Gorillaz. It's like I said, they had a lot of screenshots, a lot of photo shoots for the new album, so it's a lot of cool reference photo out there to draw from. Oh, this color seemed to have made it, big. The color actually made it. Yay. I didn't think it'll make it. Okay. Do the hat as well. Wow, this looks nice. Okay. We are making progress. Let's... W7, how dark are you? Kind of dark, but wait. Why don't we use that for the hat, right? Nah. I'll use this E15. I just want to let's put this in there. Okay. Okay. Let's add in shade somewhere. Okay. Making progress. I don't have a back heel, so. All right. What next? The hat is not supposed to be that color. I said I was gonna try E18. Is that E18? Not E18, that's like E50. Okay. Hat is actually looking nice. I'm actually loving it. Oh man, this is looking nice. I am winning here. This color is really accurate when it comes to comparing it with the reference photo. Loving it. I want to do one more thing. It's gonna be, yeah, it's definitely gonna be this guy. So I want to make him stand out a little bit. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Okay. Let's get the ear real quick. Okay. Ooh, we're not done, are we? Can't be done. Is that a Red Sox? Let's see. That looks like a Red Sox. Or pink. Oh yeah. This looks more close to that. Yeah, definitely. I just eyeballed it. Anyway, different things. Do not have two colors like that. This guy and this guy. Just get them out the way. RVO2. Remember this, guys. For y'all. R43s. Let's close some of just, oh yeah, I need the light in there. Let me use RVO2 first. RVO2. Just to at least get the Red Sox in there. This is somewhat like a pink color though. This is definitely a pink. But it's fine. Definitely a pink. Let's mask it up. Girl color. I can use to really get that dark shade. I'll try the view 4. I need the view 7. View 7 can get what I want. Really get me the dark shade though. Let's add the red again to make him a little bit more red. Okay. Whew. We're almost done. Are we though? We're not. Let's get the stars in there. Let's get the stars. Let's get the stars. Getting the stars in there then. right. So there's something, right? The reference photo has something in this book that 2D is reading. This is how I always do too much. Now I want to try and draw what is in there. I mean, I have to draw something. What does it look like? Like a fat man. Some writings. Oh, it's blurry. You guys can see it. All right, let's draw something. All right, so what do I see? I see something like this. Back up a little bit. Back up, back up. See something like this. Like a weird figure wearing a hat that looks like a flower pot. Some blurry eyes, almost like a nose here. And has like a full beard. And there's some kind of this is all right. And the paper is kind of, I'm gonna make it light blue, sky blue. It doesn't matter at this point because it's so small. I don't have to really take it serious. I just want to get something in there rather than it be just a plain, you know, plain color. Okay. I really didn't have to do that. And like I need to increase the blue in this shirt because the shirt is looking, yeah, definitely need to increase the blue. Like the blue is too bright. I'll probably just do it over it now. I could. Hmm. Feel like I still need to go get color pencil. Guess I'm just trying to make it somewhat realistic. I don't know if that's necessary on this one. All right. How are we looking? It would all come out when I use the black liner pen to bring out the outlines in the drawing. But I'm trying to see if I need to color anything else. Maybe inside the probably inside the book that 2D is reading. See. Yeah. Orange. No. Orange, you just throw everything off. Let's see, maybe this. And maybe at this point I'm eyeballing. Okay. Thinking about the shades and the fingernails. Let's see. Okay. 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 Trying to make sure I have all the colors in before I really start. Before I really start using the black line and print. I think I would say I'm good to go. Yeah, I'm feeling confident. Yeah. I think we're good to go. Time for the magic moment. Are we good to go? I believe we are. believe we are. What are we gonna do? Yeah. Already know what we're gonna do. Okay, right, guys. These are the magic. This black. Alrighty. This guy. This guy. These are the three bodies we're gonna use. Now, the slim one would be for the eyes. Look at that face. All right, we're making progress. I find myself using just this one. And okay, it's working so far. Okay. I am making progress. I almost feel like I didn't add enough blue to this shirt, but I have to try something else. All right, I have to talk about this. I'm making this lining look easy, but it really isn't easy. Like, there's no room for error. You cannot afford to make a mistake in this part of the drawing because you just mess up your whole drawing. You cannot fix this. Like, the best way you can fix a mistake made here is just by adding more shade, which would really destroy your drawing. So this part, you have to be really careful. I try not to overthink this part and just go with the idea that I'm just following the lines. But yeah, you can easily make mistakes, and I feel like you only get better in this part by repeatedly drawing, especially just doodling with pen, because that's something that I also learned how to do, is literally draw with pen, whereby I have minimum to no room for mistakes. And even if I make mistakes, so what? But I just draw with the idea that, yeah, I'm not gonna make a mistake. So this part, yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. Like, it's almost like I'm holding my breath as I do this part. I made a mistake right there. That's why I normally don't want to talk when I'm doing this part. I said we were gonna finish 2D in this live stream. Looks like we might accomplish that, because we are on a roll here. You see, I'm trying not to overthink any of this part, so I can easily just mess it up. Because I already sketched it out, it's almost like I'm drawing what I see. Alright, we're back. Said I'm just following the lines. I'm trying not to do too much in this part because you can easily mess it up and it's always hard to rectify a mistake. This part is just pretty much tracing. We are almost done, guys. Almost done. Almost done, guys. What's missing? It's looking nice. Socks. Lie, are we done? Oh my goodness, I think we're done. Almost. We're almost done. Are we really done? I think we are. Are we? Let me make some of this. Just doing the dark sides. All right. I guess we're done. Let's fake writing something here. Okay. We are officially done with 2D. Yay. Wow, what do you guys think? This was easier than I thought, to be honest. You can see I really didn't go to, like, I didn't overthink the whole outlines in terms of should I have used the bigger size black liner pen or the small size black liner pen. It just worked regardless. Like, only thing I might want to do is just touch this eye a little bit just to have the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, I didn't overthink it. I just followed the lines that I already had. And that's really the secret, though. Just tracing at that point, because you already did the hard work. You already created the sketch, right? You already used the grid lines to make sure your sketch were accurate. So at this point, using that black liner pen is just tracing. That's all you're doing. You're just tracing. So 2D is officially done. The next time we come live again, probably next weekend. Might be doing this series every weekend. Just yeah, let me know if you guys enjoy this live drawing sessions. Probably keep doing this every weekend, whereby I just pick a character and draw. Yeah, but we're pretty much done at this point. Just going a short break. Yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think about this live drawing sessions. I'm probably gonna try to do it every weekend. Just pick a character and just show you guys what I go through in order to create, you know, my drawings. You see, I still have like 2 more to go. So next weekend we're gonna be drawing Noodle, and remember, this is a reference photo that I'm working off. I try to make it as accurate as possible. The grid lines helped. With the colors, I also try to make the colors as accurate. You can see from from 2D, I tried my best to really make that shirt really blue. I might end up adding another blue layer to this shirt because this shirt is looking bright compared to the reference photo. And maybe add some more shades or some more colored layers to the pants for 2D. Then for Modoc, I don't know. You guys let me know if you feel like Modoc is really complete. I feel like I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. Probably a stroke or so. I feel like there's something I need to still do for Modoc. But let me know if you need me. If you feel like it's done, I'll just let it go. But like I said, next weekend in this new drawing session, Draw With Me, it's gonna be Noodle before we do Brussels hubs. So yeah, that's it for this drawing session, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this. Who's your favorite among all this? Obviously 2D is my favorite, always my favorite. But yeah, I guess we end it right here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If this is your first time watching this, consider subscribing for more cool artworks like this.